Did you know there's one specific food that if you consume it within the first hour of waking up could actually reverse leg weakness and reduce muscle deterioration by up to 12 years in adults over 55? I'm not talking about expensive protein, powders, fancy supplements, or complicated meal plans. I'm talking about a simple, affordable food that's probably sitting in your pantry right now, something millions of Americans walk past every single day without realizing its incredible power. To transform weak, aching legs into strong, dependable pillars of independence. Recent medical research reveals that incorporating this one ingredient into your morning routine could help adults over 55 reduce leg pain by up to 78%. Improve walking stability, eliminate those frustrating nighttime leg cramps that wake you up, and most importantly, prevent the devastating muscle loss that quietly steals away your ability to climb stairs, walk through grocery stores, or even stand up from your favorite chair without assistance. This condition, known as age-related muscle deterioration, is silently affecting over 45 million Americans over 55, pushing them toward walkers, mobility scooters, and eventually complete dependence on others for basic daily activities. The heartbreaking truth is that most people have absolutely no idea what this food is. And even worse, many are consuming foods immediately after waking up that are actually accelerating leg weakness and muscle breakdown. These seemingly innocent breakfast choices are quietly sabotaging their strength, balance, and independence every single morning. So let me ask you this. Are you unknowingly weakening your legs every morning simply because you don't know what to eat first thing when you wake up? Stay with me through this entire presentation because I'm not only going to reveal exactly what you should be eating within that first critical hour of your day, but I'm also going to share 6 scientifically proven breakfast foods that can help you regain leg strength, eliminate painful cramping, improve your balance, and maintain your independence well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. That final food on my list might completely surprise you, but it could be the key to unlocking legs that feel decades younger. You don't have to accept that your legs are getting weaker with each passing month. You don't have to resign yourself to losing your ability to walk confidently down the street, navigate stairs without fear, or maintain your balance when getting out of bed. You don't have to surrender your independence just because you've reached your 50s, 60s, or 70s. Here's what most people don't understand. You can actually reverse this process of muscle deterioration, and the best part is you don't need prescription medications, expensive physical therapy sessions, or exhausting exercise routines that leave you more tired than when you started. It all begins with something remarkably simple yet incredibly powerful: your very first meal of the day. This might sound almost too basic to be true, but the scientific evidence is overwhelming. Your breakfast, when done correctly, can either protect and strengthen your leg muscles or quietly destroy them over time. What's particularly alarming to nutrition experts and geriatricians today is this. The vast majority of people over 55 are approaching breakfast in completely the wrong way. They skip it entirely, thinking they're being healthy by intermittent fasting. They replace it with just black coffee, assuming caffeine will give them energy. They eat sugar-laden cereals or plain toast, believing these are harmless morning staples. Or they drink only water and tell themselves they'll eat something substantial later in the day. What happens next is a biological disaster that most people never see coming. Their body enters what's called a catabolic breakdown state, where it literally begins consuming its own muscle tissue for energy. And which muscles does your body target first during this process? The large muscle groups in your legs, the very muscles you depend on to carry your body weight, maintain your balance, and keep you mobile and independent. According to groundbreaking research from Johns Hopkins University, Adults over 55 who eat a properly balanced breakfast containing the right combination of nutrients can recover up to 42% of their lost leg strength in just 10 weeks. Even more encouraging, these foods aren't exotic superfoods or expensive specialty items. They're common, affordable ingredients you've probably seen before. You just haven't been combining them correctly or consuming them at the optimal time. Over the next several minutes, I'm going to walk you through 6 simple but incredibly effective foods that medical research has proven can significantly improve leg strength, reduce chronic leg pain, restore balance and stability, and most importantly, help you preserve the muscle mass in your legs before it disappears forever. At the end of this presentation, I'll reveal one very special food that just a small portion consumed early in the morning has helped thousands of adults over 55 feel like they've literally gotten their strong, youthful legs back. If you believe that muscle loss is an inevitable part of aging that can't be reversed, I encourage you to stay with me. You might be surprised by what current medical science tells us about the remarkable ability of the human body to rebuild and regenerate even after decades of gradual decline. Here's what you need to understand. Once you pass 55, whether you feel it happening or not, your body begins losing muscle mass at an accelerated rate, particularly in your legs. This condition is medically known as sarcopenia, and it's one of the primary reasons why millions of older Americans each year find themselves struggling to walk long distances, having difficulty rising from chairs, losing their balance more frequently, and eventually requiring canes, walkers, or full-time assistance with basic mobility. What makes this condition particularly insidious is that muscle loss doesn't announce itself with obvious symptoms. It doesn't cause fever, sharp pain, or visible swelling. Instead, it creeps in silently and gradually. One morning, your legs might feel slightly heavier when you get out of bed. Another day, you might need to use the handrail when going upstairs, when you never needed it before. Then perhaps you find yourself needing to push off with your hands to stand up from the couch. You tell yourself it's just normal aging, but that's not the complete truth. It's not aging itself that makes you weak and unsteady. It's the loss of the very foundation that keeps you independent, the strength and stability in your legs. According to the American Institute on Aging, people over 55 can lose up to 40% of their leg muscle mass within just 12 years unless they take specific action to prevent it. This isn't simply about appearance or athletic performance. When you lose muscle in your legs, you lose your balance and coordination. You become more susceptible to dangerous falls. Your walking stride becomes shorter and less confident. Your pace slows down considerably, and you may even begin to shuffle your feet rather than taking normal steps. As your leg muscles weaken, blood circulation to your lower extremities decreases significantly. This reduced circulation sets off a cascade of additional problems: increased abdominal weight gain, decreased bone density, disrupted sleep patterns, reduced appetite, occasional memory issues, and perhaps most devastating of all, the emotional impact of feeling trapped inside a body that no longer responds the way it used to. Why does this deterioration seem to hit hardest in the morning? Hours? The answer lies in basic human physiology. After sleeping for 7 to 9 hours, your body has been in an extended fasting state. If you don't provide it with proper nutrition soon after waking up, your body begins breaking down its own muscle tissue for energy. For adults over 55, this is particularly dangerous because their natural ability to rebuild and repair muscle tissue is already significantly slower than it was in their younger years. If you don't interrupt this muscle breakdown process with the right nutritional intervention first thing in the morning, your leg muscles will continue deteriorating bit by bit, day after day, before you even realize what's happening. Your leg Muscles represent the largest muscle group in your entire body, so when you start losing muscle mass there, it doesn't just make you weaker in your lower body. It disrupts your entire metabolic balance, slows blood flow to your legs, reduces overall circulation, and triggers a long list of related problems, including leg cramps, trembling limbs, tingling sensations, numbness in your feet, and coordination difficulties when walking or navigating stairs. This is why so many adults over 55, despite having no major diagnosed illnesses, end up feeling frail, inactive, and eventually dependent on others for basic movements and daily activities. But here's the encouraging news that most people never hear. Your body still possesses the remarkable ability to rebuild and regenerate muscle tissue if you provide it with the right building blocks at the right time. If you start tomorrow morning with the correct foods consumed at the optimal time, you can help your muscles begin the regeneration process, restore leg strength and stability, improve your balance and coordination, prevent painful cramping, and most importantly, maintain your independence and confidence with every step you take. So keep watching, because up next, I'm going to show you the foods that medical science calls your leg muscles' natural rebuilding allies. Simple breakfast. Choices that could completely transform how you walk, how you rise from chairs, and how you live your daily life after 55. Let me tell you about Margaret, a 73-year-old retired librarian who used to love taking long walks through her neighborhood, tending to her flower garden and playing with her grandchildren in the backyard. But over the past few years, every morning, when she got out of bed, her legs felt like they belonged to someone else. Her knees were stiff and sometimes painful, her feet often felt numb or unusually heavy, and those first few steps each morning felt like trying to move through thick mud, slow, unsteady, and requiring tremendous effort. One morning, while walking to her mailbox, she caught her foot on a small crack in the sidewalk and fell forward, scraping her hands and bruising her hip. It wasn't a serious injury, but it frightened her deeply, not because of the fall itself, but because she realized she was gradually losing something she had always taken for granted: the strength and reliability of her own legs. Her daughter began noticing the changes too. Margaret walked more slowly and cautiously. Her steps weren't as steady as they used to be, and every time she got up from her reading chair, she had to brace herself with both hands on the armrests. She no longer seemed enthusiastic about her morning walks around the block, and when she mentioned that she'd been experiencing painful leg cramps that woke her up at night, her daughter knew something needed to change. Margaret didn't have diabetes, arthritis, or any other major medical conditions. What she was experiencing was something doctors quietly refer to as the after 55 shift, the time when muscle loss accelerates silently but aggressively, especially in the legs, which bear your full body weight and are responsible for stabilizing every step, helping you rise from seated positions and maintaining your balance throughout the day. After her fall, Margaret started researching solutions. She read medical articles, watched educational videos, and consulted with a nutritionist who specialized in working with older adults. Through this process, she discovered something she had never really considered before. What you eat for breakfast can literally determine whether your legs get stronger or weaker with each passing day. She began making specific changes to her morning routine, replacing her usual habit of skipping breakfast or just having coffee and toast with foods that seemed simple and unremarkable, but were packed with exactly the nutrients her body had been craving: to rebuild muscle, restore circulation to her legs, reduce the weakness and instability she'd been experiencing, improve her balance, and most importantly, help her stand up and move around without fear or hesitation. Within just 4 weeks, she noticed the first significant improvement. Getting out of bed felt lighter and more natural. Her first steps of the day were no longer heavy or uncertain. The nighttime leg cramps that had been disrupting her sleep completely disappeared. She started walking around her house more confidently, then ventured back out to her garden. By the third month, she was taking 30-minute walks through her neighborhood again, something she hadn't done comfortably in over 2 years. These days, Margaret often tells her daughter that it feels like she's rediscovered her legs. No cane, no walker, no assistance needed. Just one small but crucial change to her morning eating routine. Margaret achieved something most people assume is impossible, maintaining strong, dependable, energetic legs well into her 70s. And you can achieve the same results. It doesn't require luck, expensive treatments, or complicated routines. It just requires knowledge of where to begin and the commitment to start. Before I reveal the 6 specific breakfast foods Margaret used and that thousands of other adults over 55 are now incorporating into their daily routines to build stronger, more stable, and more reliable legs, I want to ask you something that might help other people watching this video. In the comments below, tell me, what's the biggest challenge you're facing with your legs right now? Is it weakness when climbing stairs? Instability when walking? Painful cramps that wake you up? Or maybe just a general feeling that your legs aren't as dependable as they used to be? Your experience could be exactly what someone else needs to hear to know they're not alone in this struggle. And while you're down there, if this information is already making sense to you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the upcoming videos where I'll share even more strategies for maintaining your strength, mobility, and independence as you age. Up next, I'll walk you through the 6 exact breakfast foods Margaret discovered, foods that medical research has proven can help adults over 55 build stronger, steadier, and more reliable legs every single day. Starting with the most important one, breakfast food number 1, farm fresh whole eggs. If you're looking for a simple breakfast that can help rebuild muscle, especially in your legs, it doesn't get much more effective or accessible than fresh eggs prepared the right way. Eggs contain virtually all the essential amino acids your body needs to build and repair muscle tissue. But the real power lies in the yolk, which many people mistakenly throw away. The yolk contains vitamin D, B12, choline, and a crucial compound called leucine, which serves as a key trigger for muscle protein synthesis, particularly in the large muscle groups of your legs that are most vulnerable to age-related deterioration. After 55, a comprehensive study from the University of Connecticut found that adults over 70 who ate 2 whole eggs every morning for 12 weeks showed remarkable improvements in leg strength, balance, and their ability to stand up from seated positions without using their hands for assistance. Eggs also support your neuromuscular system, which improves your ability to walk with control and confidence, maintain better balance, and significantly reduce the risk of falls, which represent one of the most serious consequences of muscle loss in older adults. The vitamin B12 found in eggs helps protect the myelin sheath, which is the protective coating around your nerves. This protection improves communication between your brain and your leg muscles, leading to steadier walking, less wobbling, and fewer moments where your legs feel disconnected or unresponsive. Since many adults over 55 are deficient in iron, eggs provide a highly absorbable form of this essential mineral, which boosts oxygen delivery to your leg muscles and enhances circulation throughout your lower body. For optimal results, eat the complete egg. Never discard the yolk within 45 minutes of waking up. Hard-boiled eggs are ideal because they retain their full nutritional value without requiring added fats for cooking. Breakfast food. Number 2. Steel-cut oats with ground flaxseed. If eggs provide the fuel for your muscles, then steel-cut oats serve as the steady, sustained energy that keeps them functioning optimally throughout the morning. When combined with ground flaxseed, this simple combination becomes a powerful tool for adults over 55 who want to preserve leg strength, prevent muscle loss, and improve circulation to their lower extremities. Steel-cut oats are rich in beta-glucan, a type of soluble fiber that helps stabilize blood sugar levels, reduce inflammation throughout your body, and enhance nutrient absorption at the cellular level where your muscles can actually use them. When your blood sugar remains stable, your body becomes much more efficient at processing the protein and minerals needed to rebuild and maintain the muscles in your legs. This is especially important for adults over 55, whose metabolic efficiency often decreases significantly with age. Ground flaxseed contributes additional benefits including magnesium, calcium, potassium, and omega-3 fatty acids. These 4 nutrients work together to support proper muscle contraction, regulate nerve signaling throughout your body, and are particularly effective at preventing those painful leg cramps that often strike at night when you're trying to sleep. The magnesium in flaxseed helps relax the smooth muscles in your legs, reducing stiffness that can occur during extended periods of walking or standing. Potassium maintains proper electrolyte balance and supports healthy circulation to your legs, ensuring that oxygen and nutrients reach even the smallest, often overlooked muscle groups in your lower body. Prepare it by combining 4 tablespoons of steel-cut oats with water or unsweetened almond milk, cooking until tender, then stirring in 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed. You can add fresh berries or a small amount of cinnamon for natural flavor. And additional antioxidants. Eat it warm, preferably within an hour of waking up. Breakfast food. Number 3. Ripe avocado. It's not an accident that avocados are often called nature's perfect food for muscle health. For adults over 55, thanks to their exceptional potassium content and healthy monounsaturated fats, avocados represent one of the most effective foods for preventing leg cramps, improving circulation to your lower extremities, supporting proper muscle contractions, and helping maintain leg strength as you age. What makes avocados especially powerful is consuming them in the morning, when your body is typically depleted of key minerals after a night of sleep. 1 medium avocado contains approximately 975 milligrams of potassium, which is about 20% of your daily requirement. Potassium is absolutely essential for maintaining the electrical charge across muscle cell membranes, which ensures smooth, coordinated muscle movement throughout your legs. Without adequate potassium, your muscles become more prone to spasms, cramping, or that uncomfortable twitching sensation in your legs when you're trying to relax in the evening. This is a particularly common problem among adults over 55, especially those taking certain medications or experiencing reduced mineral absorption due to age-related digestive changes. A landmark study from Harvard Medical School found that adults over 65 who regularly consumed potassium-rich foods like avocados had a 47% lower risk of experiencing leg cramps compared to those who didn't get sufficient potassium from their diet. Beyond preventing cramps, avocados are rich in vitamin K, which plays a vital role in bone health and proper blood clotting, and vitamin E, which helps protect your muscle cells from oxidative damage that can accelerate age-related muscle loss. The healthy fats in avocados also improve the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins from other foods you eat, making your entire breakfast more nutritionally effective. However, avocados aren't appropriate for everyone. If you're taking blood-thinning medications, have a history of kidney problems, or are managing high potassium levels due to other health conditions, consult with your healthcare provider before making avocados a regular part of your morning routine. For most healthy adults over 55, half of a ripe avocado eaten with your main breakfast provides an excellent foundation for leg muscle health, electrolyte balance, and circulation support. Breakfast food number 4. Plain Greek yogurt with live cultures. If you want to stop the slow, silent muscle breakdown that occurs overnight while you sleep, plain Greek yogurt represents one of the smartest breakfast choices you can make. Unlike regular yogurt, authentic Greek yogurt is strained multiple times to remove excess liquid, resulting in a thick, creamy texture and nearly 3 times the protein content of standard yogurt. It's this slow-digesting casein protein that makes Greek yogurt especially valuable for adults over 55, who need to actively maintain and rebuild the muscles in their legs. While you sleep, your body naturally enters a catabolic state, breaking down muscle tissue for energy. This process is particularly concerning for older adults, whose natural ability to regenerate muscle tissue has already slowed due to age-related hormonal and metabolic changes. Without the right type of protein first thing in the morning, this muscle breakdown continues, particularly affecting the large muscle groups in your legs, which may already be weakened by reduced activity levels, poor circulation, and hormonal shifts that occur with aging. A 200-gram serving of high-quality Greek yogurt delivers approximately 20 grams of complete protein, along with leucine, the amino acid most responsible for triggering muscle protein synthesis throughout your body. Greek yogurt is also an excellent source of calcium and often fortified with vitamin D, both of which support strong bones and proper neuromuscular coordination, which are crucial for improving balance and achieving smoother, more confident walking. The beneficial probiotics found in yogurt, while primarily known for supporting digestive health, also help reduce chronic inflammation throughout your body and improve nutrient absorption, both of which support healthy leg muscle function and circulation. A study from the University of Amsterdam showed that adults over 65 who consumed 25 grams of casein protein each morning, combined with light daily physical activity, experienced significant increases in leg strength and balance. Within just 8 weeks, that same group also reported fewer nighttime leg cramps and improved overall stability when walking or standing for extended periods. Choose plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt with live active cultures, and avoid varieties loaded with added sugars or artificial flavors, which can promote inflammation and interfere with muscle recovery. For optimal results, eat Greek yogurt within an hour of waking up, and consider mixing in some of the ground flaxseed or fresh berries mentioned earlier to boost both taste and nutritional value. The secret food: roasted sweet potato with Himalayan pink salt. This is the food I promised to reveal at the beginning of this presentation. It's not a supplement, it's not an exotic superfood, and it's not an expensive specialty item. It's something remarkably simple that almost everyone already has access to: a roasted sweet potato lightly sprinkled with unrefined Himalayan pink salt. This might sound basic, but the impact on your leg strength and overall muscle health is profound. Sweet potatoes provide complex carbohydrates that help restore glycogen in your muscles after a long night of energy depletion. What makes them unique is that the natural starches in sweet potatoes don't cause dramatic blood sugar spikes the way many typical breakfast foods do. Instead, they deliver steady, sustained energy that helps prevent early morning muscle fatigue, especially in your legs, which are prone to cramping, dull aches, and progressive weakness when they're undernourished. Even more importantly, sweet potatoes are packed with potassium, magnesium, manganese, and vitamin A. A powerful combination of nutrients that support healthy leg circulation, regulate nerve signaling throughout your lower body, and help combat muscle weakness caused by electrolyte imbalances. The magnesium in sweet potatoes is particularly valuable because it's known as nature's relaxation mineral for muscles. It helps reduce stiffness, ease cramping, and support better balance when you're standing or moving throughout the day. Himalayan pink salt isn't ordinary table salt. It's an unrefined, natural salt containing over 80 trace minerals that your muscles, especially your leg muscles, need daily to maintain smooth, coordinated contractions and avoid painful cramps. Unlike processed salt, Himalayan salt doesn't cause dangerous blood pressure spikes. Instead, it helps replenish electrolytes in the proper ratios, stabilizes fluid balance within your muscle tissue, and accelerates recovery in your leg muscles. Research from the International Institute of Mineral Nutrition found that people who consumed magnesium and potassium-rich natural salt alongside a high-fiber breakfast like sweet potatoes showed 52% better balance and nearly 60% fewer falls over a 120-day period compared to those eating typical breakfast foods. Using this secret food is simple. Take half of a medium-roasted sweet potato, warm and soft, and sprinkle a small pinch of Himalayan pink salt on top. Eat it warm, about 15 minutes before your main breakfast, after drinking a glass of room temperature water. This timing helps activate mineral absorption and stabilizes your blood sugar for the remainder of the morning. If you try this every morning for just 1 week, you may notice lighter, more confident steps, reduced numbness or tingling, fewer nighttime cramps, and an easier time standing up without hesitation or wobbling. This is the kind of simple breakfast addition that most people overlook, but it can serve as a silent support system for adults over 55, helping protect one of the most valuable assets you have as you age: the ability to walk confidently and live independently. Your legs don't have to get weaker with each passing year. You don't have to accept painful cramps, instability, or the fear of falling. You have the power to make changes starting tomorrow morning that can help you maintain your strength, your balance, and your independence for years to come. The choice is in your hands, and it starts with what you choose to eat first thing when you wake up. If this information has been helpful to you, I'd love for you to become part of our community by subscribing to our channel. We're building something special here, a place where people over 55 can find practical, science-based strategies for staying strong, healthy, and independent as they age. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos. But more than that, I want to hear your story. In the comments below, share with our community what you've learned from this video and how you plan to use this information. Have you been experiencing leg weakness, cramping, or balance issues? What changes are you going to make to your morning routine? Your experience could be exactly what someone else needs to hear to take action and start feeling stronger. We're all in this journey together, and your story matters. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll continue exploring ways to help you live your strongest, most confident life after 55.